Hello everyone, Randy Rain here, and I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these Armatrons for a long time, and it's finally here. So, let's get started. This is
Randy's Robot Refurbish!
Now this one doesn't work. I've put batteries in it and it does nothing. There is very bad corrosion in the battery compartment. I've even already tried to clean the leads up and just to see if I could get anything, and there's still nothing. So the first step is to get this open, and there are 4 screws at least. Then there's one here in the center. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to hold off on that one to last because it's a little different. Alright, nothing, so I'm going with the 5th screw. It's a little different. This one has washers on it. Well, maybe there's more screws. Aha! There he is. 6 screws that are the same. One center one that's different. Yikes. Obviously that center one connected that thing. The amount of gear work on here is truly amazing, which is why I wanted to get my hands on one of these things. Might just get lucky and it's just an electrical problem. Now when I move this back and forth, I can clearly see a gear right here. So this one is that. So that works. There. Now let's look down here. This one spins. A little crunchy. It goes one direction better than the other, but I still think that's good. So if I turn, I can turn, so that's working. The left and right, but this, which is the whole thing. Alright, so that would be this main gear down here. I think the arm works fine. Let's get you closer. This is positive and negative. Getting over 3 volts there. This is going to here, so if I look here, getting voltage there. We have some sort of switching thing here. As this thing turns, it pushes up here. So I'm going to put it into an up position. I'm going to use a few wire clips here and look around and see. So working, it's going to there. Something seems to be working all of a sudden. This thing is turning. Let's take this off and see what we got down here. Even though it says Radio Shack, this is actually a Tomy product, and one of the things I love about Tomy is they use the same screws for everything. So smart. Alright, totally fascinating. Just a single motor does every single thing here. As it comes here, these cams here are the main brains behind everything. As this motor spins this right here, gets to here, you can see that down here these little cams have these little teeth on here, and these things are blocking them from engaging. So if I come over here and say I push that joystick one direction, it's letting that tooth pass that way, and it'll stop on this one. And if I do it the other way, you can see that it engages this way. This one is connected here, so when I pull down or up, it's moving this one and letting this teeth pass and stopping either this one or that one. Same goes for all of these on how they work. As I push this one forward or backwards, you can see it moves here. So it all comes down to letting which one of these cams engage. So I'm just going to hit some strategic spots here with a little bit of 3-in-1 oil, because I noticed as I've been playing with it, it keeps sounding better. The gears are running smoother the more I play with it, so maybe this will help some more. That gear is fine. Well, look, it's well, I found the problem. It's that gear right there. That gear has a crack in it right here, which is making this teeth a little wider. This gear, angle gear, doesn't work very well on it and it gets stuck. So if I spin right there, click, and so if I look, there's the crack. I have to remake this gear. Because it has a crack, the gear will spin on the shaft. There's why it wouldn't turn. It slides right off. So it occurred to me that the Tomy DustBot had a similar problem. So I checked it out, and here's the gear that's having the same problem at the Armatron. They're not exactly the same. The only difference I can really see is that this one has a little bit longer here and this one's a little shorter. Other than that, the teeth match up perfectly. So it's the same gear as far as gearing goes. It just has a little bit different down here. And I've already made a mold of that gear. So I think it's worth a shot seeing if this one can substitute for this gear. All right, time to see if this gear will work. Looks like it came out great. It goes on this shaft right here. Little trick, if your gears are spinning, take some sharp little cutters here and just put a couple of burrs on the side. Now it slips in nice and tight. And that goes here. Let's see what happens. That fits that one and that one. Yeah, looks like not only Tomy used the same screws, they used the same gears over. Well, luckily I had this one already. That worked out perfect. So the only problems I found was here. This is the switch that kills it when your time runs out. This was not making good connection. So that was the only problem with the electricity. The other problem I found was there was a broken gear inside. Fixed that. That seems to be working fine. And I discovered how to put this thing back together, which was not easy. These scary gears at the beginning here that were terrifying, they have to go back in here in a certain order, and they have to go in here and not on the other piece going there. So it's complicated. So here's how this has to happen. Start with the small gear. It has to go in the very bottom, and it has to fit underneath this little lip. Then this gear fits like so on top. The next one goes to there. The next one goes on to top of that. And then that one fits in there. And that just shows how genius this whole thing is. These little pegs have to go into this section. Once you find it, then ta-da! Start off putting these little screw with the washer. Okay, so let's test it. Let's see, let's swing the arm right. Let's straighten out the arm. And straighten out the arm. And straighten out the arm. Open clamps. Oh, so you can rotate to there. You can go up. Down. We'll swing this way. Down. Up. Alright, let's see if I can get this cut. Open clamps. Okay, rotate down. Go a little bit here, down, there. Spin that way a little bit. Close the clamps. Clamps closed. Lift up. Okay, we will now angle arm here. Do the whole arm this way. We'll go down. Spin here. Down. Clamps open. Well, it seems to be working now. I replaced the gear and fixed the connections. So now I'm going to try cleaning it up. I've decided I want to redo the stickers on the side. The front labels actually looks really good, so I'm not even going to touch that. But the sides here, since the idea is to bring it back the way it was, whatever it takes, well, whatever it takes is making a new sticker. So what I'm using is basically lantern fuel, which is naphtha, is all it is, white gas. Taking the glue right off of there. It won't hurt the plastic. I took the stickers and stuck them to a piece of paper and scanned them with my scanner. Then I recreated them in photo editing software. Now I coat the backside in spray adhesive. So I've taken spray glue and now I want to put this sticker on there. Oh yeah, much better. Now I'm down to these little fake tubes that go here. There was only one left when I got this thing, and it was already broken and wasn't not quite long enough. I've had a hard time finding this neoprene tubing this size at a local store. I'm going to have to order it online, which I am going to do. But for now, I found some dual core black wire that I had, and I pulled the two wires out just to leave the insulation. It's a little stiffer than the neoprene, but it'll work for now. It just gets mashed there, then it gets mashed into here. Well, there it is, everyone. Another robot brought back from the dead. This time, the Radio Shack Tomy Armatron. The only thing electronical in here is the battery, the switch, and the motor. And it was one of the switches that wasn't really making good contact, which was stopping the electronics. The only thing mechanically wrong with it was one of the gears was broke, and luckily it was the same gear that I've already replaced on other Tomy robots. So, there it is, the Armatron. Coming up, I just got this in. This will be another project for
Randi's Robot Refurbished.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. All those things that everybody wants you to do on these YouTube shows. Please do it for me as well. Thank you.